guys, and welcome to another Gravy's Brew review with me, Gareth Goes Gravy. Well then guys, first things first, Happy New Year to you all. Hope you had a good Christmas and a Happy New Year. I know I did. And I must apologise for not doing many reviews in the month of January. I know we're already in February. I did one a couple of weeks ago that you may have seen. But I have been busy with other things, including doing a couple of homebrews, which I'm hoping you'll get to see in the next couple of weeks. But anyway, that's by the by. Once again, I do apologise for that. Hopefully in the month of February I will be able to get back on track doing reviews, a few more homebrews and a few homebrew reviews as well. And on the subject of homebrew, for this video, as you saw from the title at the beginning and as you can see from the title below, I'm bringing you a comparison review, and one that I've been wanting to do for a long time, between two versions of the same beer, naturally, but rather than it be like the can versus the bottle, it's going to be two bottles, and it's going to be a comparison of the Brewdog Punk IPA commercial and my own homebrew Punk IPA. Now before I start, this isn't going to be a review of either of these beers. I did review my homebrew Punk IPA several months ago. If I can find the video, I'll drop a link to it down in the description. I did review the Punk way back in the early days of my reviewing. Sadly that video is no longer available. The channel that video was on I closed a little while ago now, but if anybody would like to see me review it, just let me know down there. Anyway, let's get on with it. I must admit I did pour myself a third of my homebrewed Punk just to kind of make sure that it is the right one. I have a fair few homebrews or bottles of homebrew in my fridge ready for upcoming reviews. I had to make sure that it was the right one. Anyway, here is the pour of the commercial Punk IPA, rather appropriately in my Punk IPA schooner. I'm just going to pour that much. Anyway, here are the drinks. Here is the commercial Punk IPA. Rather sizable fluffy head. And there's the colour and carbonation there. There is the head, colour and carbonation of my homebrew. As you can see, both punks here do have quite a bit of powerful carbonation. I think the commercial just a little bit more powerful than my own. I must admit as well, one slight difference between my Punk and the commercial. The commercial Punk is 5.6% ABV. Try again without spitting. 5.6% ABV. Mine, I believe, and I mentioned this in the review video of it, I think I got it up to 4.9%. Not bad for a first time, but I am hopeful of brewing this again sometime in the future, and I'll try and get it up to or even more than 5.6. Anyway, you've had a look at the colours there. Let's get the aromas. Now in the aromas, it might be because of the head, but I'm getting a very sweet, sherbety, sugary kind of aroma out of the commercial. Out of mine, the homebrew, I am getting a malty flavour, or a malty aroma. I am getting the hoppiness from, I'm getting the aroma of the hops. Hang on. Ooh, a lot of grapefruit. Oh, grapefruit is mostly what I'm getting out of my homebrew. Out of the commercial, I am getting that grapefruity hoppiness. Again, but I'm also getting a sweet sugary aroma, sherbety, almost tea-like. Anyway, taste time for the commercial. On the commercial, there's a grapefruit aroma. I'm also getting a lot of maltiness. There's a little bit of a thin, watery flavour just on the back edge, a little bit mineral-like, which actually isn't too bad. Out of mine, I'm getting a very malty flavour. Again, there is that thin-bodied flavour, the mineral water kind of flavour just on the back edge. But mine is just that slight bit hoppier in the flavour. That's probably due to the fact that I wasn't really able to separate the hops as was instructed in the instructions. That's why I didn't brew it on camera, as once again, if you go and watch the video of the Homebrew Punk, my review of that, I do explain that I didn't do the brewing of this beer on camera. I might do it this year, don't know yet. Anyway, so final verdict. Now, final verdict. This might be me, it might just be a bit biased, but I'm going to have to go with my homebrew. As I said, it might be due to the way I brewed it, but there is a much nicer mouthfeel, much more or much stronger flavour of the hops. The punk isn't too bad, as many reviewers would mention, and I've mentioned it myself a time or two. If you're going to have a punk IPA, or excuse me, let me rephrase that, anybody out there that wants to get into real ales that are kind of getting off of lower ABV, more macro beers, get the punk, and hopefully that will start your journey into real ale, craft beer. But also give the homebrew version a go. Brew it up and see for yourself the difference between the two. And before I forget, what I'll do, along with the link to my video of my review of the Homebrew Punk, I'm going to pop a link to the Brewdog website where you can purchase the homebrew kit if you wish. And as far as the Punk IPA in, well, the commercial, I should say, you can more or less get it in just about any supermarket, beer shop, and the like, I guess anywhere across the world. You can also get it on the Brewdog website, so if you're passing by looking at the homebrew kit, go on to the regulars side of the Brewdog website, have a look at the Punk IPA and get you sent out a couple of bottles if you so wish. But for my verdict, once again, I would have to go with my homebrew. Alright guys, well, that was just my hopeful quick review of the two punks, well, comparison and review. As always, if you have any general comments, questions, queries about either drink, drop them down there in the comments, we'll get some discussion going. And I don't really have to say this bit because I know that a lot of you will have had this before, so if you agree or disagree with anything I've said in the course of this video, once again, drop your comments down there and we'll talk. And I think I'm going to sign off with the homebrew. Alright guys, well that's all I've got for you for now. So until next time from Gravy's Brew Review, this has been Gareth Goes Gravy, and I'll see you later. Cheers.